Good morning, everyone. We are in a rented condo in Tahoe. So whew, we're on a little vacation. Puppy is wandering freely, so she might come in and start barking at us at any moment. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and start. We're going to start right at 8, which is, we've still got about a minute, but we've been doing some snowboarding, so we're both pretty sore. So I was thinking today about targeting doing some hip and shoulder openers, but also some spinal twists just for like some of that, the backache. So the computer desk work and me tumbling down a hill yesterday multiple times. So woke up with some aches and pains today. And we only brought one yoga mat with us. So Adam's going to be my yoga model, my super yoga model. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. We will get started actually in Shavasana because it's the best pose. So lying flat on your back. Let the weight of your bones allow your feet to fall out to the sides. Let your eyes drift closed. And come back to your breath here. Unhinge your jaw. Find a little space between your top and bottom teeth. And notice if you're breathing into your chest or into your belly. And I invite you to allow the breath to move into your belly. Let it expand upward. I know it's such a luxury to get to be on a vacation right now. I'm actually working while we're here, but I've been thinking a lot just since we got to leave our house for the first time in a long time about what it means to go on vacation and why it's so relaxing. And I think so much of it is about our state of mind and our perception. So even if you're not able to get out for a little while, I invite you to see if you can find a place today on your mat that feels a little bit like a vacation. Maybe it's sort of checking out from what you have to do after this, not thinking about the time, really focusing on your breath. And every time your mind starts to wander to the past or the future, see if you can just gently bring it back. And a great way to do that is to connect with your breath. Not necessarily because the breath is anything special aside from giving us life and, in yoga, of course, being the vessel on which the life force is carried, but also because it's always with you. And it's a gentle, constant reminder to return to the present moment. So on your next inhale, stretch your arms up over your head, point your toes, and then roll over onto your side and cross your legs behind you. We're going to come up into a tabletop. Do a little bit of spinal warm-ups with cat-cow. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Let your inhale drop your belly, drop your chest. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. Hips reach up towards the sky and see if you can lift up through the chin, stretching through the front of the throat, activating the vagus nerve. Exhale, round the back of the spine, lifting up through the back of the heart. Really actively tuck your tailbone under and press the back of your heart up. Chin tucks into your throat, holding empty. And then inhale, drop the belly. Reach the sit bones up. Maybe you close your eyes. Maybe you gaze over your left shoulder and then your right. Take a few more cat-cows on your own. You can even roll out the spine, doing kind of a barrel roll. Anything that feels good for your body today. And then change directions. And then on your next exhale, press the floor away from you, tuck your toes, and send your hips up and back. Heels disappear behind your toes. Fingers are spread wide on the mat. Soft bend in your knees. It's okay if your heels don't touch. Press the floor away from your hands. Bend your knees. Reach your sit bones high up for the ceiling. Maybe you come up to high heel toes. Really lifting. Let your heart melt down towards the floor. Get long through the back of the neck. Shoulders glide up the back away from your ears. And then straighten your legs, press the floor away, heels reach down towards the floor. Inhale, rock forward to high plank. Tailbone tucks under, pausing here for a moment. Take a couple of breaths in plank, waking up the core. Shoulders glide away from your ears, get long through both sides of your neck. Engaging the core. And then on your exhale, shoulders come past your fingertips, elbows bend backwards, and come down very slowly all the way down to the mat. Hands come back by the low ribs. Inhale, lift up for baby cobra. Squeeze the shoulder blades together behind your heart. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, roll up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Press the pubic bone into the mat. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, roll up. Maybe this time your arms reach back. Maybe your feet float up. And just your belly and your pubic bone are resting on the floor. Take a few breaths here, really squeezing these muscles between the shoulder blades. You don't have to overdo it, but just waking up the back body. And on your next exhale, you can return your hands and bring your cheek to the floor. Rest here for a moment. And then tuck your toes, press up through a push-up, and send your hips up and back for down dog. When you feel good and stable here, root the weight of your upper body into your left hand. Lift your right hand, and maybe you stay there. Or maybe you play with reaching back towards your left ankle. See if you can evenly distribute the weight through your upper and lower body to your hands and feet. And maybe you look under your left armpit. Woo, this carpet is slippery. Take a few breaths here. If your hips are shifting over to the left, bring them back to the midline. Fingertips spread wide. Next, exhale, return your right hand. Hips reach up and back. And then spread your right fingertips wide. Shift your weight into the right hand. And again, maybe you reach your left hand back. Just inviting in the concept of twisting today. Relax the left shoulder. Your hips are shifted over to the right. See if you can bring them back to the midline. Your right hand is doing the work of both hands, essentially, at the front of the mat. Next, exhale, replace the left hand. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Woo! Really feeling that snowboarding. It was like doing chair pose all the way down the mountain. Straighten the leg, send the leg up and back. Flex the right toes back towards the shin. And then bring knee to nose. Step the right foot forward. Heel first, then toes. Inhale, reach up for warrior one. Drop the left heel. Hips square forward. One breath here. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, and then chaturanga, or you can knees, chest, chin. Your choice to do up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, scorpion. Opening the hip up to the left. Maybe you look under your left armpit. Maybe you even exaggerate it a little bit and open your heart up to the left. Get a little bit more in that iliopsoas, the front of the hip. And then straighten the left leg, flex the toes back towards the shin. Inhale, knee comes towards your nose. Drop the heel first if you can. Inhale, up warrior one, right heel drops. Reach up, one breath here. Shoulders glide down the back. And exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot forward and forward fold. Inhale, half lift. 2 breaths here. Get long through the side waist, long through the neck. Your fingertips can come to your shins or to the floor. And exhale, forward fold. Grab opposite elbows. Hang here for just a moment. Put a big bend in your knees. Reach your sit bones up for the sky. Get a little bit longer through those hamstrings. And rock side to side if that feels good. And then tuck your tailbone, release your elbows, and roll up one vertebra at a time like a rag doll, stacking each vertebra. Your head comes up last. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step back to high plank. And then your option to chaturanga or come all the way down, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, reach up for warrior one. Left heel drops. Couple breaths here. Arms really reach up. Left hip crease reaches forward. Right knee is directly over that right ankle. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale up to warrior one. Feel the outer edge of the right foot down while you reach that right hip forward. Couple breaths here. Inhale, lift up a little higher. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot up to meet your left. And forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down to reach up. Arms come all the way up and kiss at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shoulders glide down, pausing empty for just a moment. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, float down, plant your hands, step back, and chaturanga. You can always skip the vinyasa flow and meet us in down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, bend the knee, scorpion. Your right hip open, maybe you reach your heart open to the right. Your gaze could even look under the right armpit. Really let the heel drop down to your tailbone, lift up through the knee. Maybe you even draw a little circle on the ceiling. Straighten the right leg. Step it forward. Inhale, reach your arms up, crescent pose. Maybe your gaze looks up. You can find a subtle back bend here, reaching your heart forward. And then grab opposite elbows. Lift up through your arms, through your back ribs. Get long through the back of the neck. Inhale here. Exhale, release your elbows. Plant your hands. Step back and chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, open the knee. Scorpion. Keep your weight evenly distributed through the hands. And on your next exhale, step forward. Inhale, reach up, crescent. And grab opposite elbows. Inhale, lift up the elbows. Get long through the sides of the waist. Long through the back of the neck. Chin tucks in towards the throat. See if you can hug the weight into the midline through the big toe mounds of your feet, through your belly. Inhale, lift up a little higher. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Press the floor away from your hands. And at the bottom of your exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, let your belly rest on your thighs for just a moment. Lift up the sit bones. Inhale, root down through your toes to reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. Plant your hands. Step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step forward. Inhale up to crescent. Exhale, grab opposite elbows. Reach your heart forward. Inhale, release the elbows. Drop the hands behind your back. Exhale, clasp opposite hands. And fold forward for humble warrior. Right shoulder comes to the inside of the right knee. Hug the knee into the midline. Whoop, and get long through the back of the neck. Option to rest your shoulder on your knee, or you can hover if you want a little bit more challenge. Inhale, come back up. Unclasp the hands. Plant your hands on either side for a low lunge. And step your right foot back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open up. Inhale, come back up to straight leg. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, grab opposite elbows. Couple of breaths here. Inhale, arms straight above your head. Exhale, clasp your arms behind your back. Send the hands down the right thigh. Left knee is over the left ankle. Inhale, lift up through the back of the heart. And exhale, fold forward. Shoulder comes towards your knee. Try to keep hugging the legs in towards the midline. Inhale brings you back up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back and chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. On your exhale, step or hop to the front, forward fold. Inhale for half lift. And forward fold on your exhale. Option 2, ragdoll. As you inhale, come all the way up to standing. Palms kiss the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Plant your hands. Step your right foot back to high lunge. Pause here. Root down through the big toe mounds of both feet. Hug into the midline like you're zipping your legs together. Inhale, reach your arms up for crescent. And exhale, twist to the left. Palms facing up. See if you can bring your shoulders directly over your hips. Bend through the right heel. Get a little longer. Inhale, get a little taller. And exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper. Or maybe your gaze just looks back to your left thumb. Your next inhale, come back up to crescent. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot forward and forward fold. Shift your weight forward just slightly. So you're rooting down through all four corners of your feet. Inhale, half lift. Get long through the sides. Shoulders glide down the back, long through the neck. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down to reach up. Palms kiss at the top. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Pause here for a moment in mountain pose. Maybe your eyes drift closed. Take a couple of breaths here. Once you've found your center, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Plant your hands and step your left foot back. So we're going to root down through our big toe mounds. Really planting the big toes down is going to give you a lot of balance. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bring your shoulders over your hips. For a lot of us, that means leaning back. And exhale, twist to the right. Palms facing to the right, thumbs up. Get really active through the hands, spread your fingers. Reach the left heel back, right knee forward. And imagine on every inhale, you're growing a little taller and a little lengthier in the torso. And every exhale, you're twisting a little deeper, finding a little more space in the spine, in the belly for your twist. Don't let your arms get lazy. Keep them up. Inhale, lift up through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Maybe you look back to the right thumb. Inhale, come back up to crescent. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Flex the toes back towards your shin. Press the floor away from your hands. And exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, come up to crescent. And exhale, open up to warrior two. Ooh. Is it the altitude or snowboard legs? Snowboard legs. Uh-oh, here she comes. Hi, Styx. Gaze looks over the right middle finger. Bend a little deeper into that right knee. And don't let the knee hug into the midline. Keep it over the ankle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Couple of breaths here. You can rest your right elbow on your right knee, palm facing up, or you can drop your hand down to the floor. But try to go for equal length on your side waist. These can look up or down. And then feel the outer edge of the left foot down to the floor. Inhale brings you back up to warrior two. Straighten the right leg. And then hinge forward. We'll come into triangle. Put the subtlest bend ever into your right knee. And then see if you can rotate your chest open. Gaze looks up. If you want to, you can even use your left hand to grab your right ribs. Feeling the outer edge, the left foot down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend in the front knee, cartwheel your hands down. Step back and chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, come up to crescent. And exhale, open up to warrior two. Taking a few breaths here. Feeling down through the outer edge of the right foot. Staying strong through those arms, really floating up. Gaze looks over the left middle finger. See if you can find just a little scoop to the tailbone, a little lift up through the back ribs. Shoulders are over the hips. Inhale, reverse warrior. Breathe into the left ribs. Gaze lift up. Exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow to left knee or hand to the floor. See if you can keep the tailbone tucked under. Length through both sides of the waist. Long through the back of the neck, tucking the chin in towards your throat. Really actively extending the right arm It's going to give you a lot more stretch all the way from the hip to the fingertips. Then see if you can draw that right shoulder down the back just a little bit. Get a little longer through the right side of your neck. Inhale, cartwheel back up to warrior two. Extend the left leg. Sorry, straighten the left leg. Flip the left hand and reach forward for triangle pose. Super subtle bend in that left knee. You can imagine that you're pancaking yourself between two panes of glass here, or you can allow the left hip to hinge back and the right hip to hinge forward. And it's okay to play with it. See what feels better for your body today. Just changes the muscle groups that you're getting into. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bend the knee, cartwheel the hands down. Step your left foot back and chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Talk about being in the present moment. Happy. Inhale, bend your knees here. Exhale, step to the front of your mat and forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long through both sides of the waist. Exhale, forward fold. Shift your weight so that you're equally balanced in all four corners of both feet. Soft bend in the knees. Root down as you inhale, reach up. Palms kiss at the top. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, plant your hands. Step your right foot back. Inhale, reach up, crescent pose. And exhale, open up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, elbow to knee, extended side angle. Maybe this time you take a bind. Sorry, I didn't mean to do us twice on the same side. And then inhale, reach back up to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down. Step your left foot back and chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, come up to crescent pose. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Reverse warrior. And then extended side angle. Option to take the bind here. Bending a little deeper. Right arm wraps around the front and then up around your low back. Left arm reaches around. Or maybe if you just play with some variation of that. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step back, chaturanga. You can also go straight into down dog. And I'm getting out of breath, so that's what I'm gonna do. Meet us there, ears between your biceps. Heels reach down towards the floor. It's okay if they don't reach. Inhale, big bend in the knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. And forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down to reach up. Palms kiss at the top. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Pause here for a couple of breaths, mostly because I need to steal a sip of Adam's water. Inhale, reach your arms down and then up. Kiss at the top. And exhale, swan dive down. Plant your hands. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. This time only come about 2/3 of the way forward. Straighten the right leg and fold over for pyramid pose. Right hip crease reaches back, left reaches forward. And maybe you tent your fingertips on either side. Gets a little bit more challenging if you reach forward, or option to grab opposite elbows behind your back and reach your heart forward. Put a super subtle bend in the right knee so you're not locking out that joint. And see if you can get a little longer from the tailbone to the crown of your head. Shoulders glide down the back. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release your hands. Plant your left hand on the inside of the right foot and twist open to the right. Take a couple of breaths here. Hips hug into the midline. This is one of those poses that makes me scream in my head when I do it in someone else's class. Exhale, drop your right hand, bend the right knee. Maybe you step the right foot forward a little bit. Stay in a low lunge, tent your fingertips. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you soar the hands back by your arms. Get long through the sides waist. Maybe you drop your left knee, lift your left foot, reach your heart up, and grab for opposite elbows if you'd like. Try to stay somewhat long in the back of the neck so you're not cranking your neck back. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, plant your hands on either side of the right foot. Step the right foot back and chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward about 2/3 of the way. Straighten both legs and fold over. Soft micro bend in that left knee. Send the left hip back, right hip forward, just so that you're squaring the hips to the front. And tent your hands. You can play with getting a little longer from through the spine to the crown of the head. Maybe you reach for opposite elbows. You reach for opposite elbows, try to straighten the spine. Get long from the tailbone all the way to the roof of your mouth. Reaching the ears forward. See if you can melt those shoulders away from your ears. Find that ujjayi breath, the constriction in the back of your throat. Sounds like the ocean. Release opposite elbows. Drop the right hand to the inside of the left leg, foot, and reach the left arm up. Belly draws in towards the spine. Hips stay hugging in towards the midline. Maybe your gaze looks up to the left thumb or down to the floor, but try not to put all of the weight into your right hand. See if you can lift your weight up out. Maybe you even kind of hover that right hand off the floor while you simultaneously hug the hips into the midline. Belly hugs into the spine. Inhale, get a little longer. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Again, inhale, get a little longer. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And bend the left knee. Plant the left hand. Scoot your left heel up so that you're at a full low lunge. And then option to keep your hands, fingers tented or planted. But see if you can lift the belly up away from the left thigh. Option to reach the arms, palms facing down towards the floor by your sides. Drop the right knee. Flip the right foot. Lift up through the front of the heart. Chin tucks in towards your throat. Maybe you grab opposite elbows behind your back. Reach that right front hip crease forward. Keep breathing here. Option to reach the arms up. It'll help get oxygen into your lungs. And exhale, plant the hands. Come back to a high lunge and then step the left foot back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hang here for just a couple of breaths. Reach those heels down towards the floor. Get long through both sides of your waist. Tuck the chin in towards your throat, but bring your ears between your biceps. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Shift your weight forward slightly. Root down to reach up. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the top. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Pause here for a moment. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Tuck your tailbone. Belly button draws in towards your spine. Lift up through your back ribs. Chin into your throat. And lift up through the roof of your mouth. Returning to the present moment. Returning to the Ujjayi breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Plant your hands and step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, come up to crescent. Exhale, launch yourself forward to warrior three. Arms reach back by your sides, or maybe your arms reach forward if you want an added challenge. Bring your hands to your heart center. And then plant your hands for standing splits. Hips square to the floor. Next, exhale, drop your left heel. Drop your left knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back. And chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, reach up to crescent. Exhale, look a couple feet in front of you. Lift up, warrior three. As your head lowers, your right leg lifts up. You can always take child's pose if you need it. In your next exhale, drop the right foot, do a high lunge, and then drop the right knee. Flip the right toes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot up to meet your left. And forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down to reach up. Palms kiss at the top. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands. Step back and chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front. Cross your legs, and then sit down. Sitting up nice and tall. Do a couple of Sufi grinds here. I don't know if that's what they're actually called. One of my teachers called them that one. So sitting up nice and tall. Hands to the top of your knees. I'm so hungry. Ooh, it's altitude. Start to reach your heart forward and to the right, back, left, forward, right, back, and to the left. Incorporate your breathing. Inhale forward. Exhale back. You can get your neck involved. And then change directions. Australian Shepherd puppies. And then inhale, come back up to center, lift your arms. Exhale, twist to the right. Left wrist hooks the right knee. Right hand can land behind you. I like to bring mine all the way up to touch my sacrum, the back of my hips, and then lift up as high as I can. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. But be gentle on your spine. Twists do all kinds of good things. They help all the spinal muscles relax, compress your organs, and bring fresh blood and oxygen. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Right wrist to left knee. Left hand behind you. Sit up nice and tall. And exhale, twist a little deeper. When I say twist a little deeper, it can be super subtle. You don't want to crank yourself around too hard. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale. See if you can find a subtle shift, a little deeper. And then inhale, come back to center, arms up. Exhale, hands down to the floor on either side of your hips. Right fingertips reach to the floor as you drop your head to the left. And play with walking just your fingertips on the floor, front and back. Maybe you lift up the chin. Then inhale back up to center. This time, left fingertips. Head drops over to the right. And you can play with walking your fingertips forward and back if that feels good. It kind of helps you get into different insertion points for the different muscles in your neck, your shoulder. Maybe you lift up your chin. Inhale back up to center. And then exhale, roll down onto your back. Now hug the knees up to the chest, flex the feet back towards the shins, and then grab the outer edges of your feet. Draw your knees down towards your armpits and rock side to side for happy baby. The old throwing treat so that she'll leave us alone trick. You can rock side to side. You can play with extending, straightening one leg at a time, or even both legs. And then come back to center. Use your peace fingers to hook the big toes. And then play with straightening your legs. And you don't have to go totally straight. You can rock side to side. Put just a soft bend in your knees so that you're not locking out your knees and hurting yourself as you rock side to side. And then bring your feet together overhead, keeping your fingers tucked around your toes. And then play with pulling your legs in towards your face. Maybe you go for a full plow, but be careful because normally in plow pose, we would do a little counterbalance with our hands behind us. So if you want to go for a full plow, which Adam is doing now, extend your hands to the floor. Press the floor away as you lift your feet up overhead. Hips lift up towards the sky. You can then bend at the elbow. Hi, stickies. Hi. You can bend your elbows and bring your hands to your low back. You want to play with shoulder stand. Bring your hands to your low back and then slowly lift one leg up at a time. Do not move your head here. Keep your head looking up. Lift your chin, pressing the back of your head into the floor. Stop that, you little nuisance. And then when you're ready to come out, bend your knees, bring them by your ears, drop your feet to the floor, and then press your hands down to the mat and slowly lower down. Bring your hands under your hips. Press your elbows down into the floor. This is going well. Press your elbows down into the floor until you lift your heart up for fish pose. And then maybe you lower yourself back down so that the top of your head reaches for the floor. But your weight is in your elbows. Point your toes. Find a little bit of levity in your heart. Notice the sensation of opening through the front body. When you're ready to come out, press into your elbows to lift yourself up. Tuck your chin in towards your throat and lay down flat on your back. You are such a handful, Styx. Inhale, bring your knees up towards your chest. Exhale, drop both knees over to the left. Bend your right arm and left arm out from the shoulder. Gaze looks over to the right. Maybe your eyes drift closed. On your next inhale, see if you can get a little longer through the spine. And on your next exhale, see if you can twist, even subtly, just a little bit more. Inhale brings you back to center. And exhale, twist over to the right. Let your knees drop off to the side. Gaze looks left. Your belly softens. On your next inhale, see if you can find a little bit more length. You might realize that you've opened up a little bit and you can go a little bit deeper. Let your next inhale bring you back up to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe you grab the front of your shins or the back of your thighs behind your knees and just do a couple of gentle rocks up and down the spine, letting your hips lift off the floor, giving yourself a little bit of a massage after all of those twists. And then option to do any other poses if there's anything that you are needing. Now we're going to go into Shavasana. You need a little bit more hip opening after that standing series. You could do a figure 4 on each side, supine pigeon. And when you're ready for Shavasana, go ahead and extend your legs out in front of you. Arms come to your sides, palms facing up. Roll the shoulder blades behind your heart, opening and broadening through the collarbones. And let the weight of the bones in your legs just pull your feet open, drop out to the sides. And if you're gripping any tension anywhere in your body, now is the time to let it go. Just gently invite the release. Notice the delicate muscles around your eyes releasing, relaxing. Your eyeballs themselves might relax as well. Tongue drops away from the roof of your mouth. And the subtle sound of your natural breathing rhythm, your effortless breathing rhythm, becomes a meditation in observation. I will be here to let you know when it's time to come out of Shavasana. And start to invite a little movement back into your body. A deeper inhale and a more active exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And inhale, maybe you stretch your arms overhead like you're waking up for the first time. Exhale, roll over onto one side. Cradle your head under your arm. And pause for a moment in fetal position. Slowly inviting back the concept of movement and the outside world. And keeping your eyes closed, maybe just allow a little slit of light as you press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Let your hands rest on the tops of your thighs. Root down through your sit bones as you lift up through the crown of your head, through the roof of your mouth, lifting up both ears. Deep inhale into your belly. And then pause full. Relax your jaw and exhale, sigh it out. Draw the belly into the spine. Inhale, relax your belly, fill it up. Come all the way up to the top. Pause full for a moment and let the pressure build up in your head, unless you're pregnant, in which case you should just keep breathing. And when you can't hold it any longer, Imagine you're popping a bottle of champagne and exhale. Take a couple of breaths on your own. Notice any changes you feel in your body from the beginning of practice. You can bring your hands to your heart. You can let your head drop down to your hands and welcome in a sense of gratitude for your practice today, for the present moment you allowed yourself to experience, for your own determination in showing up and staying present. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Sorry about the crazy puppy. Um, it will probably be like that again next week as well, because we'll be still in the mountains. We're very fortunate for. I appreciate everyone's patience. We might actually have a little crew of friends for yoga next week, so that'll be fun. And yeah, can't wait to see everybody next week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please respond in the comments if you have any questions or if there are any poses that you would like to do next week or see more of. If you found anything particularly challenging or would like to see maybe more, variations of poses for beginners or more advanced, I would love to hear from you.